two. So let's start with Anthony Batistich, who is the general manager at the Sandton Hotel in Benmore. Anthony, thank you for coming in. Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you for inviting me.
And we have Rob Jasper, who is the general manager at the Sandton Sun Hotel. Rob, thank you. It's good to see you again.
Yes, nice to see you again. Yeah. Thank you.
And we have Retabile Khadebe, who's the general manager at the Garden Court Morningside. Retabile, thank you for coming in as well.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
You guys are looking amazing. I should have been prepared. I mean, you guys are coming. You are suited. Retabile looking stunning. And I'm here in my shorts. How did you guys get into, and we'll start with you, Retabile. How did you get into the hospitality industry?
Okay, I've been in the industry for 20 years, of which 13 of them have been with the same group, Southern Sun.
Yeah.
It was just when I was young, I used to visit the hotels with my dad, and I would see these people looking posh, like you just said now.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, these people are perfect. You know, I wanted to be part of this, looking posh as well.
Yeah.
Not realizing that there's a lot of work that gets into it.
The stress behind it.
The stress behind it and all of that, because I didn't know it. They didn't look like the stress they carried. They just looked too posh. So I wanted to do that. And then when I finished my matric, I went and did hospitality management with the hotel school, International Hotel School at the time.
Yeah.
And recently I just did food and beverage management as well.
Yeah.
But I did my training as well. I only got the gist of it, understanding that, okay, it could be stressful, or it is stressful, when I started doing my work experience. And I
like, what did I sign up for?
What did I sign up for? But, you know, it was quite rewarding as well. And also when it, you know, it gets tough, it would get tough as well.
Yeah.
And it helped me grow as a person.
Yeah.
And I realized that, you know, I could do this. I love this. I'm very passionate about it. So 20 years later, I'm still within the industry. And during COVID, a lot happened, and people would start saying, "Look at your side hustle and all of that," and I couldn't see myself anywhere else
Except
except for this. I'm a hotelier, and that's what I do best. I couldn't get to a point where what else can I do?
Yeah, and for you, Anthony.
My journey started from the outside. The industry looked quite glamorous and rewarding.
Yeah.
And I think until you arrive there and you realize you've got to put in lots of effort, and you've got to learn a lot of skills and grow your foundation. But I took the route. I went to national service in the Navy, got involved with stewarding there, and that was the platform for me to get into the hotel business, and been in it since 1996, and have just grown over the years in different hotels, different hotel groups.
Yeah.
Different roles, and that's what I love about the industry. You learning new skills all the time. You're growing a foundation of skills that you can apply in any business.
Yeah.
Now I'm at a point where I enjoy business leadership. I enjoy strategy. I enjoy putting strategies in place that turn businesses around. And the Acropolis precinct where I am right now, it's a brand new hotel. So it's 562 bedrooms with 480 apartments. So you've got a newcomer on the market, apply new strategies, and get your name out in the industry again. So it's been very rewarding, fulfilling, and enjoying it very much.
Ah, that's amazing. Rob?
I'm an old dog.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I started off in this business because when I was at school, I wanted to buy a motorcycle. So I had to get a job at a restaurant, which I did.
Yeah.
And from there, I then joined the hospitality business, and I've been with Southern Sun for 36 years, something like that. And the most rewarding thing for me about this industry is the interaction with the staff. So the only way you make this thing work is if you can get the back end to work, the front end will work. And that's getting the staff happy. And I've always tried to prioritize around that. And yeah, I mean, I'm fortunate to be working at one of the most iconic hotels in the country. It was the first 5-star hotel in Sandton. It's still up there. We are doing quite well from a business point of view.
Yeah.
Never say how well, but we're doing well. But as long as you can get the balance between staff and guests, okay, then you'll be okay with this.
What I have found, Rotabile, is that you've got to almost like know everything. Anthony mentioned the different skills that you acquire in the process. Because I found, in the hotels I've visited, if you go to a manager and you need something, it may not be, their area of expertise, but for some reason they're able to help you with it. How important is that, being able to be versatile in the industry?
It is extremely important. I'm very fortunate enough to be in a small hotel, small being a 150-bedroom hotel.
Yeah.
I only have 50 staff members underneath me. And first of all, in order for you to understand the business, you need to, for me, it's easier because it's a smaller property, smaller staff complement. I know everyone off by heart. You work well with each and every single department. You almost have to know exactly what's happening. Understand how the heartbeat of the hotel works in terms of housekeeping and all of that. Because I can't afford, if I have a guest that wants to see me and they're complaining about housekeeping, for instance, I can't afford to not know what the standards are and not know everything. And also giving yourself time when you get a complaint, for instance, you need to go and see what the guest is actually talking about so that you're able to, you don't just defend, you're able to say, okay, I see what you're talking about, and be able to deal with the complaint effectively.
Yeah.
We also have meetings where we debrief and about issues, and also meet to discuss how do we push this business forward as a team. That's where everyone's input comes in as well, and that's how everyone gets to learn about each other's business. I could be, let's say, a front office manager, but I have an idea as to what's happening with housekeeping as well. In a smaller hotel as well, you can use your front office manager to assist in housekeeping when you get short staff, and vice versa as well. You could find me in a restaurant welcoming a guest as a host, and all of that.
Mixing me a cocktail.
Or mixing you a cocktail. And you almost at times not know who is who in the zoo. And it's not important because we are in the service industry. Yeah. So it's really, really important to understand your hotel across the board and understand each and every single department. And guests also love that as well, because they can see that they can have, you're not in some elevated office on the 50th floor and they can't find you. They know where to find you. Yeah. They have access to you. They can speak to you and things like that. So it's literally extremely important. But also, as you grow in the industry, I started as a receptionist and I worked my way up. So you would have acquired that information as you grow up in the industry up to the point that you are. Of course, you may get rusty, but that's when, because I was a receptionist a couple of years back. So now if you need to know what's happening. You speak to your staff. You get in touch with your staff. You know the policies and procedures so that you're able to lead them effectively as well. And staff do want to be supported by somebody who knows what's happening in the business as well.
Yeah. It's 19 minutes
It motivates them.
Yeah, motivation. 19 minutes after 10 o'clock. When we come back, we're going to continue this conversation. I'll also take your calls, your WhatsApps, 072-702-1702 for your WhatsApps, 011-883-0702. Those calls.
702 Afternoons
with Relebogile Mabotja, 1 to 3 p.m.
What is the worst thing your in-laws has ever done to you? A corner in Sandton.
After 12 years, I found out that he had a daughter. When the whole family knew.
So how did you find out he had a child?
The older auntie approached the hubby. Apparently, he was not supporting.
So what's the status of your relationship now?
We are fine, and obviously I will accept the child because the child was before I was even in the picture.
702 Afternoons
with Relebogile Mabotja.
Let's walk the talk.
South Africa, we need change. Our dreams need chasing. Our future needs hope. Our economy needs open businesses. But change needs help. That's why at F&B, we're changing to make help easier to access. We're finding new ways to help you change the things that matter. For you, your family, your business, and your community. Change needs you. So join the changeables and get the help you need. F&B is a division of First Rand Bank Limited, an authorized financial services and credit provider.
Looking for good quality paint at a good price? Cash Build stocks a wide range of metal paint products suitable for any paint project and pocket. From waterproofing, wood and iron to roofs, walls and trims, Metal Paint has got you covered. Metal Paint is proud to be the biggest paint manufacturer in South Africa. Visit your nearest Cash Build store today and ask for Metal, the good paint.
Cash Build.
#NaiPlug. South Africa is ranked as a top location for global business services worldwide, including call centers, data annotation, technical support, and back and front office services for major multinationals and South African companies. The townships in Gauteng have been labeled as best placed to provide global business services to clients across the globe. Through the Gauteng Township Economic Development Act, the provincial government is paving the way to position Gauteng's townships as a preferred hub for data annotation services. Partner with Gauteng in making our province a smart province. Email gded@gauteng.gov.za.
In Germany, we don't like surprises. Unless, of course, the surprise happens to be in a package sent with the courier guy from South Africa at a flat rate starting at 420 rand.
Sorry, Hans, only 420 rand. Are you sure?
We will ask the questions here. Now go to thecourierguy.co.za to book your international shipment today. T's and C's apply. That is an order. And we like order.
What does progress mean to you? To some, progress is measured against a future they can visualize. To others, it's a feeling that signals a move forward. To Audi, progress is both, and it's electric. Uncover the world of electric vehicles as we confront the apprehensions around what it's like to charge, drive, and live electric in an insightful series titled Conversations of Progress. Take the first step towards our tomorrow by visiting progress.audi.co.za. Audi, Vorsprung durch Technik.
An electrifying first-of-its-kind event is coming to South Africa this February. The ABB FIA Formula E Cape Town E-Prix, South Africa's first all-electric street circuit race. Be a part of history and experience the first ever Formula E race in South Africa on Saturday, the 25th of February, happening in the Greenpoint Precinct. Get your tickets today from just 350 Rand on ticketmaster.co.za and catch all the action, entertainment, and innovation. Proudly supported by 702, an official media partner. Visit 702.co.za for more.
Across the Desk
with Clement Manyatela
on 702.
It's 23 minutes after 10 o'clock. It's the Across the Desk feature, and today I'm hosting hotel managers. We're having a fascinating conversation. Anthony is the general manager of the Sandton Hotel. We've got Rob, who's the general manager of the Sandton Sun Hotel. Retabile is the general manager at the Garden Court Morningside. Anthony, I want us to talk about, because you've worked for different hotels as well, right? What's the standard like, and how do we fare in South Africa? And how do you guys decide on even like the ratings? Because I never used to understand what makes a hotel a 5-star. What makes it a 3-star?
Okay, in my opinion, I think the standards in South Africa don't get enough recognition and credit. I think we are world leaders. I think we offer a fantastic service. The staff experiences, the people that are working in our hotels are world class. Our facilities, if you take an example, some rooms I was recently in the Netherlands, take the size of the room compared to the products we offer here. It's a different level of experience, and I really think we deserve a lot more credit than we get. But in terms of the hotels, it's the product offering, it's the look and feel, it's the decor, it's the that differentiates between the 3, 4, and 5 stars. 24-hour room service, for example, is something you'd find in a full-service 5-star hotel. In a select service economy hotel would do either 18 hours, or they wouldn't offer a room service. They'd only offer maybe breakfast. So it's the different offerings and the different bolt-ons that you've got in the hotels that provide that, like concierge, butler services, porters, that type of thing.
Yeah. And Rob, how do you keep the standard high of the hotel? And I wonder how you deal with the clients as well, because I've got a message also here from one of our listeners who wants to know how you guys debrief after a stressful day. Because sometimes they are difficult clients. Sometimes the guests are not so difficult, but they're still asking for what may not even be practical.
We obviously profile the guests so we understand what happened. So if there was an issue with a previous stay, we'll put that on the profile and we'll say, right, before that person comes back again, let's make sure that doesn't happen. But other than that, you just basically set a standard. So like Anthony was alluding to, you know, making sure that your food and beverage delivery is correct and consistent, and you're doing all of the things you need to do, which could be 24-hour room service or 24-hour valet, whatever that is. But it's more about understanding who your guests are. We're in a fortunate space where, because the hotel's been in Sandton since 1984, we've got a lot of repeat guests. So we've got a lot of history on what the guests like and don't like. So we can sort of preempt it. So we sort of know what you want before you get there.
Yeah.
And then we can deal with that. But that's really how you do it. It's just understanding who your guest is, why they're here. So are you here for business?
Yeah.
Or are you here for leisure? Or are you here for pleasure?
Yeah.
Whichever one it is, you know?
Yeah. And bad service, because often guests will say, oh, that place has bad service, or that restaurant or that hotel has bad service. And often what they refer to is that, you know, the timeline, how long it takes for them to get the food after they've ordered. So how do you balance that as a hotel manager to reflect on, okay, especially, I mean, this Sandton is it's a big place. The restaurant is huge, right? So how do you balance that to ensure, okay, yes, we're bringing in the guests, as many as they are, but we're also making sure that we've got enough stuff to respond to the demand?
Okay, so the first answer to that is that every complaint we get, we respond to immediately.
Yeah.
And we say, listen, what happened? Explain it to us so that we can understand what we've done. You know, it's like anything in life. You're gonna get complaints, but you've got to put them into relation to the number of people that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So, like an airline, you know, if you're one person is complaining, but you've got 1,000 people flying, you know, so without being complacent about it, we deal with each one individually, and we've got data on everybody.